Have you ever logged into your bank account and just felt an overwhelming sense of relaxation instead of that familiar tight-chested panic? For so many of us, checking our finances is just this anxiety-inducing chore. But there is an actual tipping point where that feeling flips entirely. Today, we're unpacking some truly fascinating insights from the Silent Lesson Official about when and how that shift really happens. Let's dive right into this, because the true tipping point of wealth is honestly probably not what you think it is. So when we hear the word wealth, our minds just immediately jump to massive numbers. Most people think becoming wealthy officially starts the second you hit $1 million in the bank. Or maybe you believe that earning a six-figure salary is the ultimate exclusive secret to financial security. I mean, we see these numbers everywhere online, and frankly, they can feel incredibly intimidating and just entirely out of reach. Thinking you need a seven-figure net worth just to find some peace of mind? That can literally stop you from even trying to build wealth in the first place. But does true financial peace of mind actually require that much cash?
The answer is a resounding no. In reality, there is a much smaller, highly attainable financial milestone that can completely change the way you think about money. And for many people, research points to that number being right around $20,000 in savings and investments. I know, that might sound surprisingly low compared to $1 million, but this specific amount acts as a profound psychological trigger. Let's explore exactly why this is the actual life-changing milestone, starting by just totally dismantling the intimidation factor of those massive financial goals.
Which brings us to Section 1, the $1 million myth. See, the real secret isn't a six-figure salary or some $1 million portfolio. While those are obviously great long-term goals, they absolutely aren't the threshold for changing your daily lived experience. This explainer is going to show you exactly why a smaller, much more grounded amount fundamentally rewrites your brain's relationship with money. It's not about being rich enough to, buy your own private island. It's about having enough to change the very chemistry of your daily decision-making. To understand how that rewiring happens, we have to look at how our brains actually operate under financial pressure.
Let's move into Section 2, Escaping Survival Mode.
Before reaching that initial savings cushion, most people are essentially living in survival mode. When money is tight, your brain focuses almost exclusively on short-term survival. Every single unexpected expense feels like an absolute crisis. A sudden car repair, an unexpected medical bill, or just waking up to a broken laptop can create immense, paralyzing stress. But once you build a solid financial cushion, you cross over into what we call growth mode. The anxiety smooths out, you finally have a safety net, and your brain is suddenly free to focus on long-term wealth building instead of just frantically putting out today's fires.
It's wild. You literally change the questions you ask yourself. You stop asking, how am I going to survive until next month? And instead, you start asking, hey, how can I grow my money and improve my future? Financial studies completely back this up, showing that even a relatively small emergency fund vastly improves your overall financial well-being. Just having several months of expenses saved provides this incredibly deep sense of confidence, security, and freedom. But the benefits aren't just in your head. There's a powerful mechanical advantage that kicks in here too.
And that is Section 3, the momentum of math. Let's actually walk through how compound growth feels in practice. Imagine saving and investing consistently every single month. In step 1, it's all you. Your effort is doing almost all the heavy lifting. Because of this, progress initially feels painfully, frustratingly slow. In step 2, it's like pushing a boulder up a hill. But once you hit that $20,000 threshold, you enter step 3. Your money actually starts generating more money. The returns become noticeable. And finally, in step 4, those investment returns begin actively helping you reach your future goals way faster. The first milestone is always the hardest, for sure, but every milestone after that becomes progressively easier because, finally, your money is working alongside you.
However, as incredible as compound interest is, the absolute biggest benefit actually isn't mathematical at all. It's psychological. To save a significant amount of money, like 20 grand, you have to build fierce discipline. You learn how to control your spending, you learn how to delay gratification, and you learn to just pause and think before making financial decisions. So the crucial point here is that these habits become far more valuable than the money itself. Once you develop this superpower, you have it for the rest of your life, regardless of what the stock market is doing today. And this newfound discipline doesn't just stay in your checking account, it completely bleeds into your everyday life and your career trajectory.
Let's look at Section 4, the confidence dividend. Another fascinating change happens when you have a cushion. You completely stop worrying about tiny, insignificant expenses and start focusing on major financial decisions. Instead of stressing over a $5 daily coffee purchase, your mental energy shifts to the things that truly build wealth: where you live, how much you save, how much you earn, and exactly where you invest your money. These big picture decisions have an exponentially greater impact on your future than constantly agonizing over small daily expenses.
This cushion also entirely transforms your career. Without savings, you are often operating from a place of desperation. You might be forced to accept negative situations like a super toxic workplace or a lowball salary offer simply out of fear of missing rent. But with savings, you gain real confidence. You are operating from strength. You can actually take the time to search for a better job, you can invest in learning new skills, and you can negotiate much better compensation. Making decisions based on what is best for your future, rather than what just helps you survive today, leads to vastly better opportunities and significantly greater income. But right when you start experiencing this new momentum, a massive pitfall appears. And we call this section 5, the luxury trap.
This is hands down the most common mistake people make once they finally accumulate a safety net. They finally build those savings and then immediately blow it on something wildly expensive, like a flashy car, basically just to impress people they probably don't even like. A luxury purchase might feel super rewarding in the moment, but it drastically delays your long-term financial progress. You have to think really carefully about opportunity cost. It's the hidden cost of every large purchase. Money spent today is money that literally cannot grow tomorrow. Now listen, this doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy life. It just means making intentional decisions. Spend on what truly matters to you, but guard that $20,000 tipping point fiercely, because when you avoid that trap, you finally realize what this money is actually for. Which leads to our final point, Section 6, designing your freedom.
The goal of accumulating this money is not to become some dragon hoarding a pile of cash. And it's definitely not to become obsessed with money itself. The true goals of wealth are all about everyday freedom. It's the freedom to make better choices for your family. It's the freedom to jump at exciting new opportunities without a second of hesitation. It's the freedom to just live your daily life with significantly less stress. Remember, wealth is not created overnight. It's built through small, intentional actions repeated consistently over time. Start where you are, stay disciplined, keep moving forward, and you will eventually build that foundation. I want to leave you with this final, really powerful question to chew on. What choices would you make today if survival wasn't a question? Seriously, if you had that $20,000 cushion backing you up right now, what job would you leave? What skill would you learn? What risk would you finally take? That is the true power of the tipping point of wealth. It's not about being a millionaire. It's about buying back your own life. Keep building those habits, and I guarantee you'll look back one day and realize the habits were worth far more than the money itself. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.